The truth is, if you're hating, you're not relating. We part with the Most High, see you spar with Satan. The truth is, if you're hating, you're probably lost. Get on and stop flying off course. The truth is, if you're hating, you're not relating. We part with the Most High, see you spar with Satan. The truth is, if you're hating, you're probably lost. Get on and stop flying off course.
Prime the holy assaultant, running through devil's rituals. I'm burning rainbow flags and tipping cauldrons. See demons running and tripping, trying to seduce me with spells through vixens. To make me lose third eye vision, put out my ether, try to dull my non-shine. See the X on my chest, shows that the beast is suppressed. Prime time is blessed by Rise energy, giving me guidance. Through my descendants, watch for heights, oaks try to raid my entrance. Worshipping the golden calf, like golden Jesus heads and platinum crosses with ice. And they thinking they're nice, but judgment is twice. The truth is, you more lost than the ark. It's time to mentally wake up out of those ages that's dark. The revolution we here to kickstart, re-spark the black renaissance. The past and the future have a resemblance to how it was in the beginning, it would be in the end. Elohim created man that slept with the daughters of men from the Caucasus caves. Sexually, the gods didn't use cautious ways. Trick knowledge and kidnapping made them nauseous slaves. Looking for Zion, but they lost their way. Heaven is in the mind of the lioness and lion. Looking for a savior who's God's right-hand man. And all their preachers, their right-hand man. Where will you stand when you get to heaven? That lazy man's world, according to you, God has things to do. And no time to sit behind the golden gate waiting for you to come. Your God deserted his son. Let Samson fall asleep and let the enemy come and cut his source of life short. If you're hating, you're not relating. The truth is, I'm a rebel, and through your lies, I see your God as the devil. Put the tree of temptation in the garden, but said don't touch it. Religion got Muslims dressed in winter like they're heading to the Mecca summit. Yo, y'all not freezing?
The truth is, if you're hating, you're not relating. We part with the Most High, see you spar with Satan. The truth is, if you're hating, you're probably lost. Get on and stop flying off course. The truth is, if you're hating, you're not relating. We part with the Most High, see you spar with Satan. The truth is, if you're hating, you're probably lost. Get on and stop flying off course.
The truth is, they got your minds in nooses. Telling me I'm 3/5 of a human being, you must be stupid. Love got nothing to do with Cupid. Why now do they want truces? We want the stolen legacy back. I say what they don't want me to. Thanks to my ancestors' spirits, when I get close to the knowledge, I feel it. Cause if I show it, we might blow it. Cause Mr. Oreo Negro would made us up to get with those people who try to stop the life clock, but never knew about the most I chosen few. They took the red, white, and blue and perverted it for sex in the church. The female faith, they skirted it with the veil and hailed the high priest from Egypt. I hate blacks that act like they don't see shit. Attitudes of ignorance, millennium maroons, the first victims of the guns and booze. From the first time they came in raping, they took our gold. Now they want to take your mind and soul.
The truth is, if you're hating, you're not relating. We part with the Most High, see you spar with Satan. The truth is, if you're hating, you're probably lost. Get on and stop flying off course. The truth is, if you're hating, you're not relating. We part with the Most High, see you spar with Satan. The truth is, if you're hating, you're probably lost. Get on and stop flying off course.
They made Africa the auction block through crusades. They say they're bringing knowledge, while I see them bringing us porridge. Farrakhan got his million man marching on the same block. They had us as slaves for auctions. So I saw them sweat those others' actions. They just become distractions to my aura. I speak and never boy, I quick to floor ya. If you on vibes with Satan's spies, I'm not trying to step on toes, I'm stepping on ties, and blows make heads crack. Devils screaming my neck, my back, waving their white flag, but we show none. Rappers turning actors, or they leading sermons. I flow and give your brain a purging if you're not learning. The knowledge is power. I drop an hour of knowledge in 3 minutes. For me, that's a scrimmage. I'm too high to see limits. Staring at Rob replace my carrots. I don't smile, watch face, or beg friends from faggots, cause opposites attract. Lights repel, sitting waiting for emancipation, Israelites rebel. Cause if you don't have the mark, you can't buy or sell. Don't let them fool you, it's dark and cold in hell. Here comes the scar disciple, verbal rifle. My flow sawed off, all your saliva, your stifle. Choked up cause I spoke up, I've been woke up from the sleep in this matrix. You're searching for Zion while your heaven gate shapeshift. Devils, elves, got the God's irons off the shelves. With blacks only barking at blacks, you know you bucking yourselves. When will it stop? Put down the gun, leave the Babylonian ways. Killing your brothers, acting like Cain. Doing things not backed by scriptures. Falling on your face to pray and celebrating Christmas. Wearing all types of robes and symbols. Kissing black stones, worshiping the Wailing Wall like imbeciles. facing east to pray while the source is all around us. It tells you not to eat pork in the 7th verse of Leviticus. Christ is Christus. To your mind, I see they so vicious. Blacks, to your mind, I see they so vicious.
The truth is, if you're hating, you're not relating. We part with the Most High, see you spar with Satan. The truth is, if you're hating, you're probably lost. Get on and stop flying off course. The truth is, if you're hating, you're not relating. We part with the Most High, see you spar with Satan. The truth is, if you're hating, you're probably lost. Get on and stop flying off course. The truth is, if you're hating, you're probably lost. Get on and stop flying off course. Just realness, you know what I'm saying? The piano play, I got something to say. Black people, you gotta get your mind up, right?
KGP Beats.
Time is wasting, I use the mind elevation. Mind elevation. Time is wasting, I use the mind elevation. I use the mind elevation. Time is wasting, I use the mind elevation. I use the mind elevation.
I know it's a lot to digest, but that doesn't mean you should digress. Stay on the studies, knowledge is power. As man think it's always he, be a lot in man, G-O-D. Generator, operator, destroyer. Hold up, give it a chance before you throw in the towel and call it quits. Take time to think what the prophet Drew Ali did. He bankrupted the U.S. so you could be free. Brought back El-Bay, Al-Day, and Ali. He brought back civilization, founders mainframe. Not only in appearance, but an abstract strain. Brought back the constitutional fold again. I know pigs got guns, just maintain. Put the guns down. Have you lost your brain? They got nukes, tanks, and drone bomber planes. Yeah, black power, but RBG are Moroccan flag colors. Can't you see? I know your sight is going, but you're not blind yet. It's all in your mind anyway, so don't mind threats. Life is too short. Not talking to rap pimp, calling itself nigga when that's a chimp. Cave dweller, hey fella, a monkey is who you think you are, you stupid junkie. High off ignorance and ignorance. From sheiks warning you of King Alfred plans. It's not about being in courts, but make them hear you. Declare your nationality, don't let them scare you.
Yo, the time is wasting, I use the mind elevation. I use the mind elevation. Time is wasting, I use the mind elevation. I use the mind elevation. Time is wasting, I use the mind elevation. I use the mind elevation. Time is wasting, I use the mind elevation. I use the mind
50 posts a day of brutality on Facebook. I know it's a lot, I still say study law books. Cause uniform pigs, wolves with badges creep. Ready to sink teeth in cause you act like sheep. Passive and docile, needing a shepherd. And the one you choose got rooms with flaws, check it. Compass and square sigils with a G in the middle. Have masses follow them like he's playing the fiddle. Have masses follow them cause masses scared shitless. Stay witless but post a world star when they bear witness. Always waiting for the rights from civil strictness. All your black leaders are on King Alfred hit list. Dirty Moors smelling like they got shit dip. Picture for Aquarian age, make them switch hit. Like when I found 2 ounces and did a quick flip. From black to Moorish, American give devil split lips. Men walking with slit pupils and lipless. Talking my language like this is Genesis. I used to be one of society's menaces. Acting devilish makes me shake my head every time I reminisce about the past. Living fast at night, no days. Full ahead of ways and low throw days. I know those days won't be coming back again. Change is good, but I still beg no friends.
Time is wasting, I use the mind elevation. I use the mind elevation. Time is wasting, I use the mind elevation. I use the mind elevation. Time is wasting, I use the mind elevation. I use the mind elevation. Time is wasting, I use the mind elevation. I use the mind elevation.
Conscious coons trying to school me with limited knowledge. Taught to them by overseers from Masters College. 5 G's a year, I call that robbage and racketeering. Mental slave votes got mine stacked to the ceiling with info and data. Too many more haters. Dissing the Moors birthright is dissing yours, player. Conscious coons chasing MCA fiat paper. Not to be mean, but pyramid schemes for later. Grabbing at your attention like air and don't care. Looking at a computer screen with a dead blank stare. I'm the Moorish MC, no pranks here. If you too punk to be a more just stand fair. If you scared to die, you better throw in the towel. A lot of black African groups, movements are vowel. Well, they say Moors, but they talking black shit. That's still brown, I think your brain's in backwards. Common sense broke his neck from a backflip. Some knowledge people get is like a crack epidemic. Nothing but denial. When I call up a Moor, they don't even watch the German Moors class with Moor and Bay. Didn't watch Moorish connection to hip-hop. NBA nigga slaves got youths in flip-flops and minus degrees, like he's Bosch in Miami Beach. So hungry with money and fronts in his teeth. Of lab weed or chemicals he always reeks. Not saved by the bell, punk a rap and screech. MC Captain teach, the same boys on Backstreet. Get in the booth, run through beats like track meets. I call Nia KTS and calling out as witness. Moorish MC, when I rap I spit gifts. Rapping blood clot dummies are on my hit list. Blowing through the air, no kush, just natural mystics. I stay lawful, they want me legalistic. I'm on the corner schooling young gods you call mystics.
Time is wasting, I use the mind elevation. I use the mind elevation. Time is wasting, I use the mind elevation. I use the mind elevation. Time is wasting, I use the mind elevation. I use the mind elevation. Time is wasting, I use the mind elevation. I use the mind elevation.
KGP Beats.
In the streets of T.O., everybody pushing a screw face. Won't stop street life, always facing a new case. Hates baseball, wears caps for Blue Jays fitted. No brown, we don't need a green to get lifted. A society of multicultures, feeding off the black dead carcass like vultures. While they feed black, say you insult us daily, but make drug mules of their hood babies. When I was in school, we used to see vagrants. They still bums today asking for change payments. Sisters turning to mothers younger. Youth are do programs for starving or hunger. In the streets of T.O., everybody pushing a screw face. Won't stop street life, always facing a new case. Hates baseball, wears caps for Blue Jays fitted. No brown, we don't need a green to get lifted. A society of multicultures, feeding off the black dead carcass like vultures. While they feed black, say you insult us daily, but make drug mules of their hood babies. When I was in school, we used to see vagrants. They still bums today asking for change payments. Sisters turning to mothers younger. Youth are do programs for starving or hunger. Roaches run on their face while they sleep. In beds with bugs infesting the mattress and sheets. Many little brothers resting in peace, cause they followed their big brothers that ran these streets. Drug dealers calling themselves doctors and shrinks. To stop breast cancer, wear a shirt that's pink. To stop youth violence, get rid of the guns I see. Youth need to be taught about true Ali. That would lower the crime stats. Youth have no job, so here's a free CD of my tracks. Bag ladies and buggy pushing men. Drink Lysol with their drug addict friends. Pimps pushing new kicks in little sis face. But she's too scared to say that she got raped. And he got raped too. Wanting to be a singer. Mayors and judges drinking their bloodage for dinner. Upstairs, I cover my ears in tears. Little bro beating his mom, he's under 20 years. Every day of his life, these streets are trife. Started selling, now he smokes the Snow White. Blind man plays the sax. Girl run over playing with blackberries on train tracks. Can't trust everybody you know, that's how it is. In the streets of T.O., baby needs new shoes. But daddy got the newest when he chills with his crew. A young girl is undressed in the back like slave cargo, praying for help from Harpo in T.O. My boy Lex stayed inside his apartment. Gumma died of sickle cell, my heart didn't harden. Blew down a bananarism. Philly just got shot up by two of his own brethren in T.O. It's a grisly scene. 5-day search, Philly found dead in a ravine. Dead and injured because they shot up a jet. Police chief implemented King Alfred plan. People think it's jokes, but when the smoke clears, you're spilling your beans, have coffee or share. DT's yelling and spitting in your face. Give names, or you won't beat your case. Palms sweating, goosebumps and shakes. It is a snitch, but still, you're gonna get shot in the face. NTO.
So I was at the lamppost, enlightened, hoping I land close to some love so I can spread it on every damn coast. Meanwhile, I'm on the side where many men boast. Shit's rough when you got cuffs, keeping your hands close. Lampposts like streets where warriors fight beasts. Running through the six, I hope you wearing the right cleats. Keep a screw face, you might just die over white teeth. F-cops, I hope the killer's smoking the right cheap. For survival, shit could get savage and primal. Something in the water killing us on arrival. Put that on the Bible, put that on the spiritual and tribal. Give thanks for a new day. Look over the city, the view of a blue jay. My nephew might call me over a new J. Represent the city no matter what you say. Keep it true, faith, from T.O. to the UK.
Drop facts on blacks, call that a Hulk smash. Call Orishas, they call us a cult that worship the devil. We honor our higher self as glowing headlights. Be in a higher self, meditate, start flying. Fireballs start shooting, striking with lightning. Everybody that's looting receive messages, telepathic, graphic. Dark skull 418, Mars dynamic. Masonic gate open, Moorish God post. Sword open throats and third eyes closed. Round table order, bodies clean with water. Palm to pioneer pure mental disorders. Free them from the dead states, give them full life. Out the darkness into marvelous light. Behind turban veils, red cape flapping. Green star in the sky calls Mars to action. Finger lightsaber, jump a skyscraper. Walk before you hit the ground, call us your savior. Call us your honor. Only dogs wear a collar. Show a Moorish doctrine or don't call him scholar.
Summoned by the Sharifs to enforce the law. Moon on the chest, 5-point star. Strap on the hip, that's my scimitar. Similar to the bumper of Shiner's car. Armored like I was St. Maurice. Thief in the night, but I ain't a thief. Hedges and highways, so I'm in the streets. Saving the children, apparently meek. Still waiting for a savior. It took 7 days to a quarter moon. My jurisdiction you can't assume. For roots from Andalus. Christopher still paying them dues. Constitution of 4 unconstitutional rules. Free national standards or acres and a mule. I promise this comfort to a fool. But don't sweat it cause I'm never late. I'm the more without a cave. More without a cave.
To the lighthouse. For a lack of knowledge, you'll get wiped out. That fake shit you gotta wipe out. No shaman, but we shaman. Knock out your top rhyming. If you harming the Brahmin, it might be alarming. I got a plug in San Diego like Carmen. I'm charting out my plan. I can go through different doors. Astral van, the master plan must come from the master then. When I speak, they listen like they tapping him. They sleep, that's why I'm tapping them. Real talk on the shoulder. Who you know colder? That spit fire, that'll smolder. With a cannabis odor, yeah. The charge is solar. Yeah. Mentally, arms are bare, that's polar. MC, Moorish calendar, and microphone controller.
Moroccan flag on my back like a cape. I'm searching for the taste, but they want me to wait. And every individual criminal hiding video and audio of the prophet announce it on the radio. Prepare for your burial, more vengeance is coming. Dirty's out of bounds, rebounds like Drake Drummins. Y'all all chicken, and I ain't talking about dumplings. I'm brave like Super Day, but I ain't doing no dumb shit. Reality choices you make, pay the price. No money, you dummy, pay with your life. Slave with a scimitar, not even a pocket knife.
Drop facts on blacks, call that a Hulk smash. Call Orishas, they call us a cult that worship the devil. We honor our higher self as glowing headlights. Be in our higher self, meditate, start flying. Fireballs start shooting, striking with lightning. Everybody that's looting receive messages, telepathic, graphic. Dark skull 418, Morse dynamic. Masonic gate open, Moorish God post. Sword open throats and third eyes closed. Round table order, bodies clean with water. Palm to pioneer pure mental disorders. Free them from the dead states, give them full life. Out in the darkness into marvelous light. Behind turban veils, red cape flapping. Green star in the sky, calls Morse to action. Finger lightsaber, jump a skyscraper. Walk before you hit the ground, call us your savior. Call us your honor. Only dogs wear a collar. Show a Moorish doctrine or don't call him scholar.
Summoned by the Sharifs to enforce the law. Moon on the chest, 5-point star. Strap on the hip, that's my scimitar. Similar to the bumper of Shiner's car. Armored like I was St. Maurice. Thief in the night, but I ain't a thief. Hedges and highways, so I'm in the streets. Saving the children, apparently meek. Still waiting for a savior. It took 7 days to a quarter moon. My jurisdiction, you can't assume. For roots from Andalus. Christopher still paying the dues. Constitution of 4 unconstitutional rules. Free national standards or acres and a mule. I promise this comfort to a fool. But don't sweat it cause I'm never late. I'm the more without a cave. More without a cave.
Listening to the lighthouse. For a lack of knowledge, you'll get wiped out. That fake shit you gotta wipe out. No shaman, but we shaman. Knock out your top rhyming. If you harming the Brahmin, it might be alarming. I got a plug in San Diego like Carmen. I'm charting out my plan. I can go through different doors. Astro van, the master plan must come from the master then. When I speak, they listen like they tapping him. They sleep, that's why I'm tapping them. Real talk on the shoulder. Who you know colder? That spit fire that'll smolder. With a cannabis odor. Yeah. The charge is solar. Mentally, arms are bare, that's polar. MC, Moorish calendar, and microphone controller.
Moroccan flag on my back like a cape. I'm searching for the taste, but they want me to wait. And every individual criminal hiding video and audio of the prophet announce it on the radio. Prepare for your burial, more vengeance is coming. Dirty's out of bounds, rebounds like Drake Drummins. Y'all all chicken, and I ain't talking about dumplings. I'm brave like Super Day, but I ain't doing no dumb shit. Reality choices you make, pay the price. No money, you dummy, pay with your life. Slave with a scimitar, not even a pocket knife. You in the chair, but your ears ain't rocking right. Uplift humanity, protect my birthright. Defuse the conversation. Yeah, I just might drop the world on his head. Yeah, that's right. I fly a new height, you fly a new kite. Wise men change their mind, dummies act like.
Fooled by the internet. It's cool. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. And the prize is the soul. So just be careful. Be very careful. Thank you. Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw the Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind. And the prize is the soul. So just be careful. Be very careful.
Destroyed my rental car business, and I am forever done. As of January 1st, 2025, I am closing doors on my rental car business. I have 15 cars, and trust me, it's been nothing but a lot of problems when it comes to my own people. That's really sad. You would think black people would support a black business and treat it kindly. However, they have treated me extremely bad. Now, I'm not here to say that there wasn't any problems with other races of people. However, I will promise you 90% of my problems were from my own people. As an example, here in Orlando, we just had the football classic weekend, and lots of people fly in from all over the country to come to the college football classic weekend. They drive in. It was thousands of people that poured into the city. I rented my cars out for the Orlando classic weekend, and a lot of my cars came back. Rims are scratched up. One guy totally destroyed a $2,500 rim to my Mercedes. Burn marks in my seats, burn marks in the center console on the leather. I mean, they literally just have no respect for anything, and I'm really tired of it. I'm not the only person complaining about this. There are other black people in the rental car space and YT people and other people of all races that say black people are the number one problem when it comes to this business. You all have no respect. You tear down everything. You smoke and burn up cars. You do everything. As a matter of fact, one of the worst situations I've also had is when a black woman took my car to South Carolina, left it there, and said she's not returning it because she doesn't feel like it. So a tow truck had to drive from Florida all the way to South Carolina to pick up the car. That's just disrespectful and wrong. Destroyed my rental car business, and I am.
I think every black person in the United States of America, black women in particular, should not give no type of discourse, attention, energy on anything that's going on in the United States of America and the president of the United States of America, period. This is the first and last video I'm going to make about anything.
No homeless people in China, because in China, even though you are very poor, like you're a very poor person, and even though that, your parents maybe have an old house inside the countryside. They have an old apartment inside the city somehow. And that house, that apartment, just paying zero tax to the government. We Chinese, we do not have property tax, housing tax. We also do not have a car tax. Like every year you need to renew a tag on your license in the United States, paying $250 or something. No such thing. Once we own the car, we own the house, just no tax. We only pay tax when we buy it for one time. Okay, such like my apartment, $70,000. When I buy it, I only pay one time, 1% of the tax. No homeless people in China, because in China, even though you are very poor, like you're a very poor person, and even though that, your parents maybe have an old house inside the countryside. They have an old apartment inside the city somehow. And that house, that apartment, just paying zero tax to the government. We Chinese, we do not have property tax, housing tax. We also do not have a car tax. Like every year you need to renew a tag on your license in the United States, paying $250 or something. No such thing. Once we own the car, we own the house, just no tax. We only pay tax when we buy it for one time. Okay, such like my apartment, $70,000. When I buy it, I only pay one time, 1% of the tax.
I think the government cares that you know that they bought stock in Meta before they passed that bill. They're banking on the fact you're not going to do anything about it, that you're going to be so soothed by your comfort. You're going to go back to watching Netflix and ordering something on DoorDash that costs your hourly wage and you make $30 an hour. It's going to mindlessly scroll on another app, state sanctioned this time, of course, right? It's going to soothe your mind from the fact that you can't afford to buy a house, let alone your rent, that eggs and red meat cost the same amount in the grocery store. And if you know anything about economics, that's saying something. That you can't afford anything for real. That your government don't even represent you, steal from you every year. They don't think you have any heart. Case in point, there's this man, a foreign man that worked at a construction site, right? The construction site let him go in the craziest way. Like, they did him dirty. They didn't pay him, stole some of his equipment, told him to kick rocks. The next day, everybody who was from where that man was from did not come into work, took their equipment with them, and sabotaged some of the work they had did the day before, sending a message. Today is you. Tomorrow is me. We are not stronger than the boss individually, but we are stronger together. So let's sacrifice our comfort for a little while so that our future can actually be secure. They got heart. And a lot of times, people from these foreign places, they have community-based society where they see each other in their neighbor, where they raise each other's children. A child is a child of the village, and everybody's going to have a hand in raising that child. They know each other deeply. But because we live in individualized, like individualistic society, we don't have that mindset. You've been going to get gas at the same place for 5 years. You don't even know the people that work in there by name. And that's the reason why you love TikTok, is because it gives us that sense of security. It gives us that sense that we're actually in a community. The stuff that we crave for, the things that you didn't even know that you were missing for real. And that's what they don't want, because let's say we start being in a community. The same thing that happened to that construction boss is the same thing that can happen with the government if we get some heart.
Okay, so if that's the case, where is the Moorish trust at? I keep telling you, the Moors was a sellout. Oh, y'all ain't gonna like this. The Moors was the sellout. Okay, everything is up under the Indians. Where the trust at? Okay, so if that's the case, where is the Moorish trust at? I keep telling you, the Moors was a sellout. Oh, y'all ain't gonna like this. The Moors was the sellout. Okay, everything is up under the Indians. Where the trust at? Okay, so if that's the case, where is the Moorish trust at?
Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Supreme honors to the Moors. Honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali for telling us the truth about our nationality and our birthrights, so we know who we are. Let's make this bigger for you people. Everything's under the Indians, right? Okay. Yeah, remember, everything's under the Indians. Bureau of Trust Funds Administration. We manage the financial assets of American Indians held in trust by the Department of the Interior. We disperse more than $1 billion annually and have more than $8 billion under active day-to-day management and investment on behalf of tribes and individuals. So if they're saying that, where's the Moorish trust at? Because look, see, everything's under the Indians. All right. Remember, that's U.S. Department of the Interior, right? And that's why we said in the title, all your thought leaders are fuckboys. And it's only Moorvengers that you should go to learn from. The Moorvengers told us years ago, they told us, go research James Traficant and the stuff he was talking about. The stuff he was talking about in the 90s with regard to these people called U.S. And you get into trust and you get into all this stuff and you forget about the foundation. You forget, you get lost. Because you're out here listening to jerky boys. They have no intention of assisting the people, mentally, spiritually, in no way. Just there for their selfish self. James Traficant, U.S. bankruptcy speech. The bankruptcy of the United States. United States Congressional Record, March 17, 1993, Volume 33, page H1303. Speaker James Traficant Jr. addressing the House. Oh yeah, and keep in mind, he died because a tractor fell on him. Tractor rolled over on him. That's how he died. Just so you know, before we start reading this. Mr. Speaker, we are here now in Chapter 11. Members of Congress are official trustees presiding over the greatest reorganization of any bankrupt entity in world history, the U.S. government. We are setting forth, hopefully, a blueprint for our future. There are some who say it is a coroner's report that would lead to our demise. Members of Congress are official trustees of the greatest bankrupt entity in world history. Now, what's really interesting, I love the Moorvengers. They make us read. Peter Moon, who he lectured with Moors and all that stuff already, right? Had classes for Moors, talking about Moorish stuff. Modern European. He has a book called Montauk Book of the Dead. And in it, he has a part talking about the Ali Shuffle. The Ali Shuffle. Now hear this now. When Moorish science reached its peak in 1929, it was on the heels of one of the greatest but most dangerous discoveries Drew Ali ever made. In 1928, Ali attended a Pan-American conference in Havana, Cuba, where he enjoyed broad recognition from a host of other countries. They were, of course, recognizing his sovereign status as a Moorish national who was representing the ancient empire of Amexem. Keep in mind that other countries had no reason to fear Drew Ali or what he represented. It was at this conference, however, that he received a document which was to change the face of Moorish science forever and would eventually lead to what is known as the Great Schism. That is the name the Moorish community uses to refer to the dispersal of Moorish science into different groups. So all that stuff you see today, with all these different Moors, and then which Moors is we supposed to go? And then, those Moors say, and then, those Moors don't do it, and then those Moors do. That's the Great Schism. That's what happened when all these traders who were around Noble Drew Ali got hold of the fame and nobility that was for you, because you're supposed to be the beneficiaries, the Moorish Americans. But you didn't get anything because the people who were supposed to be beneficiaries too, they want to play trustee games. They want to play authority. So the Great Schism. So whenever you feel that thing of how come there's no unity amongst the Moors, it's because of the Great Schism. That's why. That's the reason. And you better learn to accept it quick. The document Juali received was a copy of a mandate whereby the Amexem Empire extended a land grant of the entire Western Hemisphere to certain Europeans. I have not yet seen the document, and its exact contents are highly mysterious. Yet its ramifications literally turned the United States of America upside down. Essentially, it leased America to a certain party for a particular number of years, not unlike the way China leased Hong Kong to Great Britain. The lease was up in 2004. It is entirely reasonable to believe that such a document, if it still exists, can be brought to light. It is a mere relic of a long forgotten era that has no significant meaning in today's legal system. That would be fine except for one very important point. If you truly studied the detailed legal history of the United States of America, you would understand that there is more than little truth to the prospect of there being such a document. Why? The entire legal history of the United States is predicated on such a proposition. What is known is that Secretary of State Hughes from the U.S. government attended the Pan American Conference and was made privy to this mandate. So were other heads of state. As a result, a closed-door conference between several nations was held in Geneva, Switzerland, and a labyrinthine series of discussions and negotiations began. The Geneva conferences went on for some 5 years, but records are kept sealed to this very day. It is known, maybe some people want to just, talk to Trump, talk to Prezi guy, to get him to unseal the Geneva conferences stuff that U.S. was in. Especially those 1929, 28 ones. Those ones? Yeah. Right before 33. It is known that several international banks called in their loans as a result of this potential legal threat, and the stock market crashed in 1929. Several countries, which included the United States, Portugal, France, Spain, declared bankruptcy in order that the relevant powers could buffer themselves from any potential legal claim. In the case of the United States of America, it was recognized with a new corporate legal status. Franklin D. Roosevelt was part and parcel of the entire plan when he abolished the gold standard and created the New Deal. Federal Reserve notes were then issues in place of gold-backed currency. The Great Seal of the Moors was used on the back of the notes. People in the Geneva conferences were so concerned about any potential boomerangs from the Moorish issue that they began a full-barred character assassination of Moorish heritage. The most flagrant example of this was when two master masons put together the famous Amos and Andy show, and it became the first nationally syndicated radio show in history. It was deliberately designed to spoof the Moor Science Temple by lampooning them as the mystic order of the Knights of the Sea and callously referring to them as sardines. From one perspective, this can be viewed as hysterically funny, especially when you consider that the dignitaries were given such titles as swordfish, the mackerel, and the kingfish. On the other hand, it was a deliberate and malicious act of intent designed to portray any more as the most laughable example of what could be termed the lowest common denominator. Let's get back to this thing now. So now you know that background, then now they're going to back that up, right, with everything that he was saying, which is supposed to put everything together for you to realize that Noah Jwali is the man. And stop playing around, giving honors to all these fakers, and honor the man that deserves the honors. It is an established fact that the United States federal government has been dissolved by the Emergency Banking Act, March 9th, 1933. 48 Statute 1, Public Law 89 to 719. Declared by President Roosevelt being bankrupt and insolvent. HJR 192, 73rd Congress, M Session, June 5th, 1933. Joint resolution to suspend the gold standard and abrogate the gold clause, dissolve the sovereign authority of the United States and the official capacities of all United States governmental offices, officers, and departments, and is further evidence that the United States federal government exists today, 1993, in name only. So from 1933 to 1993, these people have been playing games when they're bankrupt, dissolved, insolvent, and exist in name only. So there's no offices of them. So if the Indians are saying that the United States of the Interior and all that stuff, then that means that they're bankrupt and dissolved too, doesn't it? Isn't that what that means about the Indians then? Anybody who's claiming that they're Indian, right? Anybody who's making Indian claims, and they're talking about everything has to go through them because they're the Indians. The Bureau of Trust Funds Administration, which is a U.S. office, remember, they're bankrupt and insolvent. Remember, they exist in name only. If they're the ones who manage the financial assets of American Indians held in trust, then these American Indians are just as dissolved, That's why they could talk about 1 billion annually and 8 billion day to day. Because they abrogated the gold clause. And they're dealing with debt notes. But the big dummies aren't looking at the fact that there's a pyramid on the back of the debt note, dummy, and nobody speaks under the pyramid. Why is it there right now? Why is it there right now? And people just did their election and all that stuff. People just got in office. You just seen them talking in front of the Eagle or whatever like that. That's in your pocket right now. You just saw them still in your. It's in the pocket right now. It's in the pocket right now. You pull it out and you can look at it. And you're going to see the eagle, and then you're going to look on TV, and then you're going to see him, and you're going to see the eagle somewhere around there. Okay, but on the other side of that eagle, there's a pyramid right there. You see that pyramid? Indians build pyramids? American Indians build pyramids. Because remember, it's over here. So You know, don't talk about some over there. They're over here. I'm getting the reference point from over there. If they're setting up over here. And then in them setting up, then this is what goes back into, you know, the treaties that all the American Indian whoever's did with these modern Europeans, whether it was verbal treaties or whatever, which is how they have jurisdiction over that right now, which is why you can't claim that. And if you claim that, you're a dummy. Because that's bankrupt and insolvent and dissolved and exists in name only. All the American Indians. That's why I say they substitute more with Indian. So they can have assumed jurisdiction. Because they know Sigans are American Indian. It's a fraud, just like black is a fraud. That's why they tore up the brothers' damn business with their BS. Because so-called blacks are savages. Negroes are savages. Everybody knows that. That's why they had them in the zoo and all that. People could go look at them and all that stuff. That wasn't all people who look like them. That was a particular people who that's what they're taking. Oh, these certain people, oh yeah, they're taking the Trail of Tears. Not all the indigenous people were on the Trail of Tears. Everybody didn't go. Not everybody go when there's everybody all over the place. What are you talking about? If everybody went, then shouldn't there be nobody anywhere else? Stop the dumb stuff. So the American Indians are under the Bureau of Trust Funds Administration, which is the U.S. Department of the Interior, which is bankrupt, dissolved, and insolvent. And they know that. We're not telling you something crazy. This is in their record. This is their record. It's not what we say. It's not Moors telling you this. This is a modern European telling you this. But you know, it's just for the two in the back. The two in the back who right now the hair on their neck is standing up and all that stuff because they've been playing around, calling themselves Indian, not knowing that they're putting themselves right in the jurisdiction of the people they're trying to get away from. Like a big dummy. Big dummy. You see hands out the water, you're jumping in and it's an alligator about to eat your ass. The alligator said, put their hands up. It just look like you're drowning. You food for days. Big dummy. The receivers of the United States bankruptcy are the international bankers via the United Nations, the World Bank, and the International Monetary Fund. And then you're going to go watch Life and Debt. Hopefully you could find it. Life, L-I-F-E, and Debt, D-E-B-T. And they talk about IMF and Jamaica and all that and how they ran them into the ground with loans. Right? And then think about all the places that they did that too, where there's not a documentary talking about it. Right? All United States offices, officials, and departments are now operating within a de facto status in name only under emergency war powers. Remember, this is in their quote unquote government jurisdiction. Somebody's playing whistleblower. Right? And then a tractor fell on him. He was in a tractor, and the tractor rolled over on him. That's what they're saying what happened. And keep thinking about how you transition as we're reading this. See if anything, you know, tractor just accidentally falls on a man when he's talking like this. With the constitutional Republican form of government now dissolved, the receivers of the bankruptcy have adopted a new form of government for the United States. This new form of government is known as a democracy, being an established socialist communist order under a new governor for America. This act was instituted and established by transferring and or placing the office of the Secretary of the Treasury to that of the governor of the International Monetary Fund. So when they say U.S. Secretary of the Treasury, they actually mean governor of the International Monetary Fund. Remember, this is 93. Public Law 94-564, page 8, section HR 1355 reads in part, the U.S. Secretary of Treasury receives no compensation for representing the United States. And if you, oh wow, that's great. Yeah, because he's the governor of the International Monetary Fund. There's no U.S. Secretary of the Treasury. That's why he receives no compensation. Not because he's a good guy. Because the office exists in name only. Why are they paying somebody? Why are they paying somebody to be U.S. Secretary of Treasury when ain't nobody there? And they're bankrupt, dissolved, and insolvent. Make it make sense if you can. Right? Make it make sense. Gold and silver were such a powerful money during the founding of the United States of America that the founding fathers declared that only gold or silver coins can be money in America. Since gold and silver coinage were heavy and inconvenient for a lot of transactions, they were stored in banks and a claim check was issued as a money substitute. People traded their coupons as money or currency. Currency is not money, but a money substitute. So when you hear all the UCC people and all them, right, the ones that's raping you, because then they're playing no money games and discharge and all that stuff. This is where they got that from. And then instead of just telling you about this, so you can read this and just get the fact that, hey, this stuff is dissolved. So then we might as well go over here and be self-determining and do our own stuff that we're supposed to do. Because these people are dissolved. And they can't do anything for us anyways, even if you wanted to. Because they're dissolved. But that means everybody has to be ready to pick up a shovel. You know, certain people, they don't want to pick up a shovel. They don't want to put the work in. Right? They don't want the 8 hours a day practice. Currency is not money, but a money substitute. Just like Indian is not an identity. That's a Moorish substitute. The Indian is the Moorish substitute. Because if it comes up to us saying Moors, then they can't be involved. They don't have input. Because it's not in their jurisdiction as Indian and American Indian and all the other fictions that they express to you as an identity that you fall for because you're listening to thought leader idiots and not Moorvengers. You're not listening to master teachers. Listen to thought leaders. Thought leaders don't know jack. They're all about their selfish self. That's it. They're all about the fame and nobility. They're not about freeing you. Federal Reserve notes make no such promises and are not money. A Federal Reserve note is a debt obligation of the federal United States government, not money. The federal United States government and the U.S. Congress were not and have never been authorized by the Constitution for the United States of America to issue currency of any kind, but only lawful money, gold and silver coin. Only. You know, only. Now remember, that's on their floor. It has nothing to do with Moors. Just Moors do research, then you find out information. Then you share that information that you find. You know? James Traficant, and there's more. You know? There's more. There's way more. He even start cooking yet. There's more, but you go check. You go look it up. It's not. We have to do anything. Stuff is out there. If you want to know, there you go. And again, this is for the two in the back. We already know the masses are asses. So the two in the back, who their circuits are still functioning, they still got goosebumps and stuff like that. The two in the back. This is who this is for. You know, masses want to know themselves. We have a troll, King J. King J. King J. No, Kudra actually means Monday born. It's not a dog name. It's Monday born. You know. Not only dogs are named Kudro. Stop it. And Kudro would tear your face off too. I wish you would bump into a Kudro. You can tear your face off, drag you to the pet cemetery. Honors to all the Moors. All the honors goes to Noble Drew Ali. Show one case either of you clowns won. Why would we show you a case that anybody won when the U.S. court is bankrupt, dissolved, and insolvent? Why would we show you a case from there? They're bankrupt and dissolved. Why don't you talk about that? Talk about what cases that we won. Why don't you talk about the fact that they're bankrupt and dissolved? Why are you even bringing them up? As if they got some authority. You know, European court have no authority in anything, in any matters. Zero matters. But that's how you know it's a bati. 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 Nobody said de facto means fake. Nobody said that. Where we say de facto means fake? We're reading James Traficant's letter. You go debate him. Oh, you can't debate him. They rolled a tractor on him after he put this on the floor. So you can't go ask him. Bati. Boo this man. Boo. Boo. BS. Trolls always coming up here. Damn Batis. You can't be in fact if you're dissolved. He's talking to the dummies who are playing around like the stuff that they're part of is not dissolved. And Peter Moon put it on the record that nobody debated him, that it's because of Noble Drew Ali why they're bankrupt. And which is why there's prophecies of Noble Drew Ali warning these people that they're going to be bankrupt. Take your money out of the bank, put it in the post office. And people did that and saved finance. And because of that, they were down with Noble Drew Ali 100. The hell, they're not arrogant like these assholes today that not gonna give honors to Noble Drew Ali. These people saved their finance and they're about to give Noble Drew Ali the world. And they murdered him. So we could be here today, right now, doing this stuff right here, trying to wake people up and all that, instead of enjoying the fruits of his labor. Because we're the beneficiaries. All right. But you know, we already know what's up. We're not confused. I'm just seeing who's gonna catch up. Let's see who's gonna catch up. Let's see who's gonna catch up. We got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes. If you have anything to add on, just push the button and get up here. We got 10 minutes. You want to play around. You don't want the chat muftis live. We are Moors. Bati, push the thing, push the button. Bati. Come on, Bati. Just push the button. Bati, you're the one that said put the link in the thing. How are you saying drop the link? Where are you at? Let's put you on Front Street right now. Drop the link, right? But Bati's gonna talk about, he's not gonna push the thing. Islam, boy.
Islam, Moorish.
Islam.
Yeah, I ain't even in there. I can't even see the chat no more, but he probably left. I think they left as soon as you put the link up. That shit crazy, man. Get a life. You know, man. Get a life. Go find something to do, man. You rather be on here talking about what we is and ain't doing, but you on here.
Exactly. Yeah, here. Where you know, here.
That shit like that is why the movement dead.
Yep. Dumb shit.
Anyways, I just wanted to jump over here real quick, Cujo. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been on one of your lives in a hot second. You know
a little bit. Yeah. I was just gonna say, if you had anything based on anything from before, if you had any thoughts on anything from before.
I'm not gonna go down that road right this second. Not on this live, no way, because I got a legal pad full of some stuff, you know, just from a couple of weeks ago dealing with those cats out here. So I'm not gonna go into it yet, but I ain't gonna go into it right this minute. Cujo, because it's a lot deeper than what is being shown on the internet. You know, yeah. I'm out here, so you know. Like the other brother said in the chat, we one of them in the street Moors. I'm not no grand sheik, and I don't have to be, and I don't have to carry it like that. So it is what it is.
Straight. You don't need a fame and nobility.
Exactly. So
well, I just put the link so Bati could get on, but if you ain't doing nothing, then we're off this.
Yeah, already.
Honors to all the Moors. Give thanks, Brother Tariq. Honors to the
Islam,
Moors.
peace and love. Honors to you, Cujo. Honors to you, man. I ain't gonna say the word, but man, forget what they talking about. They was hearing us. Like I said, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Shut the fuck up and listen sometime. That's all you got to do.
That's all. Simple.
Simple. Islam. Peace and love, Moors.
Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to the matriarchs. Honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. We already know he's the man. Stay true, Moors. Stay true. And happy holy day to all the Moors. Stay true. And stay in alignment. Islamism, love and peace, Moors.